Drug development. For drug development, we have something called as preclinical trials. In preclinical trials are mainly done in animals. So in preclinical trials are mainly done in animals, and a protocol is made, and this protocol, so before starting a trial we should make a protocol, and this protocol should be submitted to animal ethical committee. Okay, now this animal ethical committee will give us the permission to do the project, and this should be done according to the guidelines of committee for purpose of control and supervision of experiments in animals. So based on this committee guidelines, the clinical trials are conducted. Then we have, that is, preclinical trials are conducted. Then we have clinical trials. In clinical trials, trials are done in animals. Sorry, in preclinical trials, trials are done in animals. Clinical trials, trials are done in humans. In humans, trials can be done. So even for this, you should make a protocol and you should submit it to the human ethical committee. Okay, once you submit it to the human ethical committee, then permission is given under good clinical practice guidelines. Under good clinical practice guidelines, the permission is given, and once you get the permission, you can register the trial. You will have to register the trial with ICMR, and here the permission should also be taken from Drug Controller General of India also. So here the permission is also taken from Drug Controller General of India. Then once you have taken the permission, you can start your trial. So in the trial, first we have phase 1, or phase 1 is also called as human pharmacology and toxicology study. Here we learn about the drug basics. We will have to learn about the drug from the beginning. First the drug has to come into the body. So the action of drug on the body. So the action of body on the drug. So we should learn about pharmacokinetics of the drug and the action of drug on the body. That is, we should learn about the pharmacodynamics of the drug. Then we should see what is the maximum tolerable dose of the drug. Then you should see the toxicity of the drug. With the toxicity and the dose, you should calculate and see the efficacy of the drug. So these are the 5 things which we do in phase 1. Okay, the normal individuals are taken in this trial, and we take 20 to 100 group of individuals are taken. There is an exception. See, if we do any drug trial of cancer drugs, especially anti-cancer drugs, then we should take patients into consideration, because cancer drugs are more toxic and harmful to normal people. So we will take patients as the subjects if we are doing study on anti-cancer drugs. If it's normal drug, any other drug, we can use normal healthy patients. Then we have phase 2 or therapeutic exploratory trial. In phase 2 or therapeutic exploratory trial, as the name says, it is therapeutic. That is based on the, we should know the therapeutic index. So I have explained you about the therapeutic index in the last class. So in the therapeutic index, we have 2 things. One, we have safety. Second, we have efficacy of the drug. Okay, you will have to see the dose range, that is therapeutic range, and you will have to see the safety of the drug and also the efficacy of the drug, that is effective dose should be calculated, and even the safety, that is the toxic dose, should be calculated, and you should find out the therapeutic index. And this is also compared with a placebo. The placebo which you take it, you will compare this drug with that also. Okay, that is in phase 2, that is therapeutic exploratory trial. Here the maximum drug failure occurs in phase 2, that is 75% of the drugs fail in this case, and this is done for a duration of 1 to 3 years. This is done for a duration of 1 to 3 years, and we take almost 100 to 500 patients here, and it is done for a duration of 1 to 3 years. Then after phase 2, we have phase 3. Okay, in the phase 3, we have, this is called as therapeutic confirmation trial. Now here we are confirming it. Okay, so in this we will mainly compare it with the already existing drug. So you are going to take the efficacy and safety of the drug, and you will compare this efficacy and safety with the standard drug which is existing now. You will compare it in this stage. Okay, this is almost the replica of phase 2, but here you will do with increased patients. See, in the phase 2 drug you are doing it in 1 to 2 years and 100 to 500 patients. In phase 3 we take 500 to 3000 patients and you will do it for a duration of 3 to 5 years. So this is a randomized control, or you can also take it as uncontrolled trial. Okay, in this the new drug application has been submitted, will also be submitted to Food and Drug Administration. So to the Food and Drug Administration you will submit the new drug application. Then if it is a generic drug, then there is something called as abbreviated new drug application is done for generic drug. And once you get the approval, then you will go to the marketing. Then in that phase, then after marketing, during marketing, there is something called as phase 4 or post marketing surveillance is done. That is, we will have to find out some rare or long term side effects which are present for that drug with the help of this post marketing surveillance. And the drug has to, the pharmaceutical company should also submit something called as periodic safety upgrade report, where the safety of the drug should be submitted to the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. The Central Drug Standard Control Organization is in New Delhi. So periodic safety upgrade report should be conducted and it should be submitted to Central Drug Standard Control Organization, whose headquarters is in Delhi. And here you will find out the uses of the drug, routes of the drug, dose range, age group which you can give, formulations. So all these should be properly specified. Then we have the last stage for the drug, which is called as stage 5 or pharmacoepidemiology. In this stage 5 or pharmacoepidemiology, we will do several different control and cohort study. Okay, this case controlled and cohort studies are done in this pharmacoepidemiological study. Here this is done if there are inconclusive reports in either phase 4 or pharmacovigilance. In phase 4 or pharmacovigilance, if the reports are not conclusive, then we can do this phase 5 or pharmacoepidemiology, right? Then the last thing that we have to do here is phase 0. That is the normal phases are done. Then there is something called as phase 0 also. This phase 0 or microdosing is actually done for some drugs in phase 1. In phase 1 we do this phase 0 or microdosing for some drugs. Here we give the dose, in this we give the dose of the drug, that is 100 micrograms, that is we will give 1/100th the normal dose of drug to the patient. We will have to give 1/100th the normal dose of the drug to the normal healthy volunteers and we analyze it. We will analyze the pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics. This microdosing is mainly done for those drugs which have more toxic effects in them. You should do this microdosing. Then these are the clinical trials. Okay, then after that, so thank you guys for watching my lecture. In the next class we will learn about therapeutic drug monitoring. Thank you.